Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Andrus. On Wednesday, October 8th, a man was taken into custody on a felony arrest warrant by patrol officers and detectives of the Hazleton and West Hazleton police departments. Police say Gene Alvin Hayes was arrested as a result of an investigation into the distribution of cocaine conducted by the HPD Narcotics Unit. Narcotics detectives investigated and conducted several surveillance details and controlled purchases of cocaine from Hayes. After substantial evidence and probable cause were developed, detectives applied for the arrest warrant, where Hayes possessed $821 at the time of his arrest. Hayes was arraigned on 2 felony counts of delivery of a controlled substance, 2 misdemeanors, and 3 counts of driving while his license was suspended. Hayes was unable to post bail and was lodged at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. A Tunkhannock man is facing charges after he attacked a driver during a road rage dispute. On September 26th, police were called to a home over a road rage incident near Dollar General on State Route 118 in Sugarloaf Township. The victim told officers that he saw a driver approaching his vehicle at high speeds, blew on his horn as he passed, and then came to almost a complete stop. Ralph Green, the reckless driver, followed the victim and his 2 kids to Dollar General and began shouting at the other driver. As Green was getting out of his car, he grabbed a machete and swung it at the victim's car, hitting the hood and the side mirror. The victims recorded the incident, and police were able to identify Green with his license plate. After questioning, Green admitted to the incident, but claimed the drivers were just having fun. Green is facing various charges regarding the incident. Wilkes-Barre police are investigating after a 12-year-old boy allegedly stabbed a 17-year-old boy during a fight Monday afternoon. Investigators say the 2 boys got into an argument at the younger boy's home on Madison Street. During the confrontation, police say the 12-year-old pulled out a knife. The older teen tried to run away, but fell, and the younger boy reportedly stabbed him in the back before fleeing. The 17-year-old was taken to the hospital for treatment. Police have not released the names of those involved, and it's unclear whether the 12-year-old has been charged, since juvenile cases are sealed from the public. Authorities do say that this investigation is ongoing. A New York man was arrested at gunpoint near Walmart in Buckhorn on Monday afternoon after being wanted for stealing. Ontario County Sheriff's Office notified Pennsylvania State Police that they got a ping that 65-year-old Dale Mosher's phone was near Travel Centers of America. Mosher, who was wanted for stealing $100,000 from the American Legion Winnick Post 396 in Geneva, New York, was just getting into a Jeep Renegade when Hemlock Township Police Sergeant Scott Trow arrived at the rest area. Trow followed Mosher to the Walmart parking lot before stopping him. Mosher was eventually taken into custody after being held at gunpoint with the help of state police. Mosher is being held on a warrant and is expected to be sent back to Ontario County to face grand larceny theft charges. 2 longtime Mahanoy City fire companies are officially joining forces. The West End Fire and Rescue and Washington Hook and Ladder are moving ahead with a merger. The companies have shared a connected facility since 2017, after Washington's original station was destroyed by fire in 2013. West End filed a petition with the State Attorney General's office in late August to formalize the merger, which is expected to be approved soon. Combined, the new company will have around 40 firefighters, including several certified instructors and EMTs. Washington's aerial ladder truck adds to West End's lineup of rescue and dive equipment, creating a more versatile operation for both the borough and Mahanoy Township. Coming up on WYLN News, a Hazleton City Council meeting took place and we have all the details for you. Plus, your computer may need to be updated with the new system. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. If you were saved by the bell and made epic mixtapes, it's time for a mammogram. Screenings help find breast cancer early when it's more treatable. Schedule today at lvhn.org/mammo.
My name is Charlie. I am 8, and the forecast for tomorrow is sunny.
want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's a quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site, safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chairs Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Chairs is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
In this week's episode of Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to have a guest, Claudine Gallagher, and we're going to discuss how this whole thing works.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Continuing off of last night's broadcast story, the Hazleton City Council hosted a meeting at the City Hall. Not every council member was present, but their president, as well as Mayor Jeff Cassett of Hazleton, was there to contribute to the meeting's topics. At the meeting, the council not only discussed the authorization of the city's municipal surveillance system, but also got to honor some fellow attendees for certain achievements. We spoke with City Council President Jim Perry, who proudly described the honored people and talked about the program discussion.
Today in our meeting, we basically modified the Seed Community Development Block Grant. We honored some of our junior council members have just started to come in. We have 27 will happen next week, which is a great thing. We also we tabled the agreement for the City Hall Workers Union until we can answer a few more questions on that. We did a couple LSA grants. You know, we did a lot of things where we had answered a lot of questions that people had in the community about. We also did a camera system, a pilot program where people can purchase a camera to help to tie into the city's camera system. And we thought, and that's a pilot program where people have to participate in that. So those were two of the main ones. We also did one where we have an agreement with municipalities in the Northeast in the emergency service areas of the police where they will work together and be able to do forensic activities as a group. So we're talking many municipalities, maybe 10 or 15, including Wilkes-Barre and Hazleton, where they will work as a team and whenever is needed, even to speed up processes that the state police would take forever doing. So it's an amazing agreement, and the chief is really excited about it.
Meeting attendees got to voice their concerns and ask questions, curious about what is right and what is the smart thing to do regarding law enforcement and privacy. Plans for a massive warehouse and distribution center in Wilkes-Barre Township are moving ahead, even as nearby residents continue voicing traffic concerns. Blue Cup Ventures LLC outlined its preliminary plan before the Township Planning Commission for a 940,000 square foot facility at 400 Johnson Street. The project will sit on roughly 70 acres near Interstate 81, owned by Pagnotti Enterprises and Laurier Associates. Township officials point out that the meeting was not a hearing to stop the project. The development already has all approvals it needs following a 2023 court decision that overturned the township's earlier denial. While access to the site will be from Johnson Street and Route 309, residents worry about tractor-trailers and employee vehicles cutting through nearby neighborhoods. Blue Cup representatives said truck drivers will be required to stay on Johnson Street to Route 309 and avoid residential areas. The Planning Commission will now review the plan to ensure it meets township development requirements. Amazon is gearing up for the holiday season and will be bringing 11,500 seasonal jobs to Pennsylvania. These jobs will have flexible hours, have an average wage of more than $19 an hour, and opportunities to earn extra during the holiday season. For more information, visit www.amazon.com/localjobs for weekly jobs through December. Open roles are posted throughout the season and fill quickly, so those interested are urged to check often for new postings. You may need to update your computer's operating system. Tuesday, October 14, 2025 was the final day for Microsoft support for Windows 10. Anyone still running Windows 10 will be impacted by this cessation. Even though the operating system will still function, it will no longer receive updates that protect end users from vulnerabilities. Penn Cyber is urging Pennsylvania residents to take these steps if you are a Windows 10 user. 1. Update to Windows 11. If your hardware supports it, upgrading ensures continued protection and stability. 2. Replace older devices. Windows 11 takes specific hardware requirements, so not all Windows 10 computers can run Windows 11. If you are on a computer that can support Windows 11, consider purchasing a new system that meets the hardware requirements. 3. Enroll in Microsoft's Extended Security Update. Users unable to upgrade can enroll in Microsoft's ESU program, which provides security updates until October 13, 2026. 4. Isolate outdated systems. If Windows 10 must remain operational for legacy programs, remove them from the Internet and other networks to prevent exposure. For more information or to learn more about cybersecurity, visit www.penncyber.com. On October 25th, Freeland will be hosting their 150th birthday celebration committee by hosting a pet parade and a free Halloween dance for middle school children of the Freeland area. The pet parade will start at 3:00 p.m. with the addition of their cat and dog costume contest at Freeland Public Park. There will be prizes for categories for the cutest, scariest, most original, and funniest costume dressed. The cost for registration is a can of pet food which will be donated to a local animal care facility, or you could just pay $5. Later on that night, from 6 o'clock to 8:00 p.m., the committee will host a Halloween dance at the Freeland Public Park Pavilion. The dance is free admission and costumes are encouraged. Parents are asked to RSVP for this event by emailing at freeland150th@gmail.com. Coming up on Berwick's News Choice, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we'll see what Lisa Marie has in store for us on Wellness Wednesday. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with St. Clair Part 3. And stay right here on Wyln. We'll be right back.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Pete Kasalika in the greater Hazleton area today.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming. It's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. as I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, you have nothing to lose because it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now.
It's high school football time on Wyln TV 35. Check out the game of the week and join the entire Wyln sports team as they bring live high school football to you. Watch over the air in Hazleton at 35.1, Berwick at 47.1, or Williamsport at 9.1. Or Service Electric Cable, Channel 7 or 507, or online. The Game of the Week is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Comebacks begin here.
Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Lisa Marie, and I want to give you some information that I feel is so important, not just because it's October and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but because it's so important we get this message out. You know, according to the American Cancer Society, breast cancer is the most common cancer in women in the United States, except for skin cancers. It accounts for about 30%, or 1 in 3, of all new female cancers each year. How about these statistics? About 316,950 new cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed in women this year. Approximately 42,170 women will die from breast cancer. You know, the other day, I had someone reach out to me who's very close to me, and they're in their 70s, and they shared with me that they had breast cancer. And I was actually elated, and not for the reasons you think, because she had breast cancer, but because it was only stage 1. And I know we impress upon people so much the importance of screening, and that's one of the reasons we're here today, is to emphasize that, but also to tell you about some treatments that are targeting cancers in a better way for our patients. And with me is Dr. Robert Decker, who is with our hematology oncology here at our beautiful cancer center right on the campus of the hospital. Dr. Decker, tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure, yeah. Hi, so I'm Dr. Robert Decker here at the Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute in Hazleton. I am a board-certified hematologist and medical oncologist. I'm actually from Northeast Pennsylvania. I was born and raised in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Completed my undergraduate education at the University of Scranton, and then went to medical school at the Commonwealth Medical College in Scranton as well. And then I moved to Allentown for my training, so where I completed an internal medicine residency at Lehigh Valley Health Network for 3 years, followed by a 3-year fellowship in hematology and medical oncology at Lehigh Valley as well. And then wanting to stay at Lehigh Valley Hospital, I ended up working here in Hazleton. So that's a little bit about me. And then I've been here in practice since what now, 2022? Yeah, wow, it's crazy. It goes by very quickly. Yeah.
Awesome. So doctor, we're going to talk about, I mean, of course, the importance of screening. Do you have anything to emphasize about that?
Sure, yeah. So like I tell, pretty much all of my patients, screening is really the most important thing that we can do for ourselves, because breast cancer, when it is caught early, and by early I mean stage 1, 2, or 3, before it is spread, to other organs or to the bones, things like that, it's still considered curable. So as long as it's limited to the breast and the lymph nodes in the armpit, we're able to treat those people with medication, sometimes chemotherapy, and surgery and radiation, and we're able to cure them and they go on with the rest of their lives. But once you have moved beyond that, once you have cancer that's spread beyond that, then we're looking at, lifelong treatment, where you're going to be, seeing me every few weeks for the rest of your life and on some type of treatment for breast cancer, and eventually probably will die from it, unfortunately. And that's why screening is so important, because we're able to catch these things before they become a problem. And really more so even than that, we've gotten away from breast self-exams, but really just breast awareness and being aware that like, oh, this doesn't feel like it used to, and maybe it's something that I should bring to, my doctor's attention at the next visit. Definitely is just really important. And just listening to the way that your body feels, if you feel like something is off, are you doing all of the things that you need to be to try to catch these things early?
So let's tell the audience about ADCs and how they help not just breast cancer, but various cancers, correct?
Yeah, sure. So ADCs, or antibody drug conjugates, they are an exciting new class of medication that we use in the treatment of cancers. Originally, they were developed primarily for breast cancer, in particular ones that express a protein called HER2. Basically, what they've done is they've taken a toxic chemotherapy drug, chemotherapy drugs that previously we weren't even using because the doses that would be needed to treat the cancer were very dangerous to give because of various side effects and things like that. So they've taken these toxic drugs and they link them to an antibody. So basically they are making this chemotherapy be delivered directly to the cancer cells, right? So we're looking at proteins that are expressed only on the cancer cells, and these antibodies are directed towards them, so that we're directing these very toxic medications directly to the cancer. So we're able to limit the side effect while delivering a very effective treatment.
That is, I think, a big relief for many of your patients, of course. Oh, sure. You've been doing this for quite a few years. Your colleagues that you're on these tumor boards with, the whole Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute itself has so many resources. Mm-hmm. What can you possibly say about breast cancer now than maybe 10 years ago or 20 years ago, with these new treatments? What is it that we have more hope for?
Well, I think that the most amazing thing is that there are more drugs being approved, per month for breast cancer than we previously had like per decade. And so the number of different treatment options available is just staggering. And so that's very, very hopeful for the future. And we're always working to get better medications and ones that cause less side effects and give people the best quality of life.
Awesome. Dr. Decker, thank you so much for your insight. Thank you so much for caring for our patients. I have to tell you, I can't tell you how many people out in the community that have been in to see you and your colleagues here, that the experience of care is just amazing. So thank you, and please get screened. It's that important. Thank you for watching Wellness Wednesday.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
PPW High Voltage is back. Join us for all the hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action that only PPW Wrestling can bring you. Join us each and every week as we bring you the action from the Slatington Expo Center, Saturdays at 4:30, Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN. PPW Wrestling, the best in independent wrestling.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns. In the first decade of the 20th century, with coal demand growing, the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad decided to build an expanded rail yard in St. Clair. They purchased a large tract of swampland south of St. Clair in 1903 and began work on building what would become the largest railroad yard in the entire world. When opened for operation in 1913, the yard featured 63 tracks running for over 46 miles in total, with a capacity for over 2,000 railroad cars, and the P&R's largest roundhouse, one that could hold 50 locomotives. The complex also featured an oil house, coal station, and ash pits, and eventually car repair shops were built there as well. At the rail yard's peak, over 1,000 men worked there all the livelong day, keeping the P&R's trains running. The beginning of the end for the yards came in 1931 when the Monoy Plains and Frackville shut down, victims of local breaker consolidations that made them redundant. The decline in coal usage would hit the yards hard over the years, and they closed in the 1960s. Today, the repair shop's remains can be seen inside the St. Clair Industrial Park south of the borough. Moviegoers would also get a place to watch films in St. Clair beginning in 1914 when the Lyric Theater opened its doors for business on North 2nd Street. Its name would be changed to the Ritz Theater in 1936. Though the moviegoing experience across America would change much throughout the 20th century, the Ritz managed to stay in operation until the early 1980s. The theater building has since been demolished. Baseball fever would catch on in St. Clair in the first part of the 20th century. Numerous residents of the town would reach the majors during the years. Jack Titus, who would play 11 years primarily as a Phillies outfielder. Jack Quinn, who would win 247 games for 8 teams and would be one of 17 spitball pitchers allowed to continue using the pitch after the majors otherwise banned it in 1920. Eddie Delker, who played 3 years with the Cardinals and Phillies. And Joe Sox Holden, who parlayed 3 years as a backup catcher for the Phillies into several decades as a major league scout. His son Tim Holden would go on to become a longtime member of the United States House of Representatives for the St. Clair area, and in 2015 would be appointed chairman of the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board. Other St. Clair residents would make their mark in the world in other capacities. One would be Joel Thompson Boone, who was a distant descendant of Daniel Boone. He joined the United States Naval Reserve in 1913 after graduating from Mercersburg Academy and Hahnemann Medical College. He would be commissioned to the active U.S. Navy in 1915 and would be initially assigned to the USS Wyoming once the United States entered World War I. Boone would be awarded the Medal of Honor for risking his life to give medical aid to soldiers in France while under fire on July 19, 1918. After the war, the then Lieutenant Commander Boone was assigned as Director of the Bureau of Naval Affairs. Soon afterwards, though, he would be reassigned to duty at the White House. Boone would serve on the presidential yacht, the USS Mayflower, during Warren Harding's and Calvin Coolidge's administrations, and would be appointed White House physician during Herbert Hoover's and Franklin Roosevelt's tenures. During Hoover's administration, Boone invented a game titled Hoover Ball to help keep the 31st president fit. During World War II, the by then Commodore Boone served as Fleet Medical Officer to Admiral William Halsey. He would earn a Bronze Star, among other decorations, for his service in this conflict. He would briefly serve in Korea as well, making him one of only a few Americans to have fought in both World Wars and Korea. Boone retired in 1950 at the rank of Vice Admiral. In his last years, he was Medical Director for the Department of Veterans Affairs. He died in 1974 and rests today in Arlington National Cemetery.
Your